Obviously a tough one this past weekend. First just want to start off by just, thanking our fan base, our alums. I mean, just what an incredible opener. Who would have ever imagined, Dowdy Ficklin Stadium getting back to this? And it's, I talked about it when I was hired that was the goals to get the fan base back united and get everybody back involved and invested in the program. And certainly, Pirate Nation's done their part in responding. And it's, the stadium was just incredible on Saturday. It's what we all want. Fans want it, the players want it, the administration, the coaches. I mean, it's what we all want. It was fantastic. And so, and just what a great game against a very good opponent. And just really pleased with how the players responded, particularly in the second half, and just played so well down the stretch. Just the fourth quarter, the way our kids competed. And it's just really a tough one to swallow, with the way the game ended. But, it's a tough loss, but it's one that we can take a lot of positives from. It's one that we can take a lot of things we got to do better from, because obviously there's some easily corrected mistakes that could have helped us win the ball game. And so that's what we focused on the last couple of days. That's what we're focusing on at practice today. It'll be very important for us to get some things corrected, and the goal this week is to get better. We have to play better this coming Saturday than we did last Saturday. And we're facing a very, very good opponent. I watched the game live the other night. I've had a chance to watch the film the last couple of days, and that was not an upset. I mean, the better team won the ball game, and to be honest, it probably should have been a wider margin of victory than it was. Old Dominion is a very solid football team. Offensively, defensively, special teams. I think they do some really, really good things. They have playmakers on offense all over the place. I really like what they do defensively. I think that's a very, very good team. I think it's going to be a dogfight on Saturday. I think that we've got to improve this week in order to have a chance to win. So Ricky's done a great job there. He came in right after the 19 season and had to kind of rebuild the roster there, and has done a very good job. And we know a lot of those guys. I know ODU very well from my time at James Madison, and they've got a passionate fan base also, and so it should be a pretty rocking stadium on Saturday. So, questions?
Coach, just how did you see the team respond Sunday at practice, and do you feel like they are in a good headspace coming off such a physical, emotional game?
Well, I think they're obviously disappointed in not winning the game, especially when you felt like you did the things you needed to win it. But I think they were very motivated Sunday. I would expect us to have a highly motivated, energetic practice today.
Coach, obviously kicking is something mentally, something physically, but can you take us through what Owen's feeling right now and have supreme confidence that he'll bounce back?
Well, he took it hard because nobody wants to hit those kicks more than he does, and nobody takes it harder than he does. And so, as much as fans may have been disappointed, he's more disappointed. And we've rallied around him. I spoke with him Saturday night after the game, and spoke with him again Sunday night. The coaches spent time with him yesterday. Just watching him Sunday at practice, he's sitting over there working on the mechanics and fundamentals, and that's all it is. And the thing that he has proven that he is a top-level kicker. You're not 19 of 23 with a 54-yard game winner, perfectly executed onside kick at Marshall. You don't do those things if you don't have the ability to compete at a high level in pressure settings. And so I expect him to bounce back, and he's going to have a great year for us, and we have confidence in him.
Just after watching the game, kind of curious what you thought, how Holton got the offense on the same track, kind of working with new receivers, how making checks at the line.
Right.
How you thought that went.
I thought Holton played very, very well. There were a couple of drops in the first half that I'd, probably, chalk those up to, first game with us, because there were from some guys that are new. But I thought they all settled down and played very well in the second half. But I thought Holton from the very beginning, I thought he played very well. he wishes he had the one overthrow in the red zone back where he just, sailed it a little bit on Isaiah, but, he's on the run, and, it's, he'll learn from that. But I thought he played very, very well. He was playing against a very good defense, and they did some stuff that's pretty complex. We kind of knew what we thought they were going to do to us, and he did a great job of handling it and, putting the ball where it needed to go, and gave us a chance to win. That whole deal there at the end, we go down, we score, then we're down 1. We elect to kick off with the time remaining in our timeouts. We were able to get a 3 and out using the timeouts. We got the ball back with 2:30 or so left. I wish we hadn't got the penalty on the punt return, but still we were able to drive it down, get well within field goal range with no timeouts, and that's a veteran quarterback. It takes that to do that, and so I just think he gave us a chance to win on Saturday.
Can you explain some of the execution that you saw from your team defensively, especially in the second half, and the confidence you have in them being put in tough scenarios going forward?
Right. Well, that's the stuff with first games is, you're out there and and we practice, pretty game-like at times during preseason camp, but until you get out in the first ball game, you're not in the first ball game. And so, we give a post ball in the first half that you're like, how in the world did we do that? Well, it's the first game against speed, against that setting right there. So I thought we did a good job in the second half of settling down and just playing our style of ball. And I think that, I think we had 5 or 6 3 and outs on the day. I thought we defended the quarterback very, very well. Obviously, the 2 big goal line stands, the interception late in the fourth quarter to give us a chance to, score. I just think our defense just found a way to respond all throughout the second half to, not only help our offense get us back in the ball game, but also give us a chance to win.
It seemed like the corners played really strong. Just your thoughts on their performance on Saturday.
Very pleased. I think Malik is the veteran. You expect him to play well. I thought DeMel played very well. I thought Jawan Powell looked like I hoped he'd look. I'm telling you, that kid, he is a competitor now and a great open field tackler. So just really excited to see those guys play that way.
Is Holton good to go for this week, and can you elaborate on your decision to play Flynn on Saturday?
Yeah, Holton's good to go. He'll practice today, so should be no issues there. And we had made the decision and sat all the quarterbacks down last week, and just in general, said if it's a deal where it's just one play, helmet comes off, whatever, Alex would go in and run the offense. If it's something where it's extended or whatever, then we'll use Mason. And I just, it's not that we've made a decision towards redshirting or not redshirting, and certainly, I've had a lot of conversations with Mason, and, I think the world of him and have the ultimate amount of confidence in him. But, I don't want to burn a game for one snap early in the season and then look up late in the year and say, boy, I wished I hadn't have done that. So just, trying to be deliberate with how we use his eligibility, and that's what's best for him and the program.
This was Malik Fleming's first game as a punt returner. It looked, from our standpoint, he did pretty well. How do you think he did on Saturday?
I thought he did very well. And it's, Malik, when I got here, he was committed to us. And I just remember watching his film, and one of the things that stood out to me was not just his play defensively, but his play as a returner on special teams. And so it's not like he hadn't done it before. And he's been, a primary backup to Tyler the last couple of years. So it's not that you didn't know that he was going to go out there and do a good job. The big thing with being the punt returner is decision-making. And Malik does not lack for confidence. And as long as you can be that way and still make good decisions, that's a positive. And I thought he did a really good job of that on Saturday, of having confidence but making the right decisions in the right situations with the ball.
A huge play at the end of the game was that key initial catch and run.
Yep.
Is that something that's identified maybe before the snap that a linebacker's covering there?
Yeah, they were in 2-man, which means they're playing 2 deep safeties and man underneath coverage, which meant he was matched up one-on-one with a inside linebacker. So, the play's designed, to get him the ball there and in that space setting. And to be honest, I thought he was going to score. When he took off down the sideline, I think the whole stadium thought he was gone. Obviously, anytime we can get him the ball in space, that's a good thing for us.
The run game just never quite got going. Holton was able to show us some big chunks of yards, but going into game two, talk about what that's going to take to make sure that Rajay and Keaton really establish themselves.
Well, I think there's a combination of things. Like the first snap of the ball game, they come out and 0 blitz and they're bringing 8. Okay. There's not a whole lot of running room there when they're bringing 8. Okay, you can beat your head against the wall all you want to. I mean, you can run into that wall right there all day long. You're not going to run through it. Okay, so but you also expose yourself a little bit too, which Holton was able to take advantage of that with our receivers. That's the thing is I think we do have a balance of guys to where if somebody does try to do that, we can take advantage of the matchups we have on the outside. At the end of the day, Rajay and Keaton made some big plays. I thought we ran the ball better in the second half. I thought we did a better job, especially on the last touchdown drive. So it's going to be a deal where we try to be balanced all throughout the year. And certainly we want to get those guys going, but we also have the weapons on the outside to take advantage of some things if people want to load the box up on us.
Coach, we didn't see Bailey Malavik. I think it may have been personal reasons, but can you update us on his status? And also Rick DeBrew, is there any update on his status as well?
Bailey's had some tough things personally, and he's working through some of that, and we're here to support him any way we can, and just try to help him. But Rick is, he's with us. He's practicing, and he's just like anybody else. Your performance during practice throughout the week and things of that nature, that'll dictate your snaps on game day. And so, excited about all of our guys and excited about him, just seeing what they can do this week in practice.
And following up on ODU, I mean, watching them, they have a standout running back, standout tight end, standout receiver. I mean, what kind of challenge does that present that they kind of have a playmaker at every level there?
A lot. It's kind of the same way on defense too. They have solid players at every level on defense. But Ali Jennings I've known for a long time. And he's a high character kid, great competitor, has length, speed. Really just a really good receiver. The running back Watson. The thing that's the most impressive about him, I know he 1,000-yard rusher last year, all conference player and all that. They're trying to drive to win the ball game Friday night. Virginia Tech's got him 4th and 2. They hit him probably 3 yards deep in the backfield. He bounces off 2 Virginia Tech players, manages to gain the yardage needed for a first down, and just yards after contact. He just does such a great job with that. He's a hard guy to tackle. The tight end had 73 catches last year, second most in the nation. So obviously, very productive player right there. 6'8", 260. So he's a big body, big frame, and it all starts with the quarterback. And I think last year when he took over, they went 5-2 down the stretch, and certainly with the win the other night, he's a guy that has a lot of confidence in running that offense. So I think they're going to present a lot of challenges to us on Saturday.
NC State, you have a lot of familiarity with them. ODU, obviously, you said you have a lot of familiarity with them. Are there a lot of guys from the last time you guys played on ODU like there were on NC State?
Probably not as many that played against us last time. There's a few. But, a lot of these kids are from the state of Virginia. There's a lot from the state of North Carolina. We cross over in recruiting a good bit against ODU, so, we both know our roster is pretty good. I know several of their coaches. So it's just, they're 2 hours away. So regionally you're going to know them pretty well, and they're going to know us pretty well.
Any other questions?
All right. Thanks a lot.